was this like a parallel parking situation on the curb, or was like a parking lot with the lines?
Parking lot, but not the diagonal one, like the
90 degree?
Yeah, the 90-degree one. I couldn't do it. And he said he couldn't take over. So
obviously, man, it's your test. If you don't know the answer to a quiz
question,
you don't raise your hand and ask the teacher to come in.
I already failed the test, so why can't he take over?
I think it's a liability thing, Randy.
Bumper got scratched.
You scratched the bumper trying to park it at your driving test?
There was a wall. The wall. It's all right, though. Car is not.
Oh, Lonis parking 1.9 million in front of him here. A7 for Tollerene. Is it go time?
I think it might. A7 performs very well blind versus blind. There we go.
Yep. Well, he doesn't need anybody else to take the wheel. Tollerene hopping right in. 3.2 million. What an opportunity for Ben, who's been patient, bobbed and weaved. And he finally loosened the collar at the expense of Jesse Lonis, who covers.
It's a 60-40. A7 is ahead of King 9. Onto a flop.
Ace 9-5, Tollerene. Poised with top pair versus second pair, but does need to fade 5 outs twice. Yikes.
Oh, man. Rough turn card for Tollerene.
Now, he's not out of here just yet. Maybe a suck and resuck. Ace 7 and 5 all do the trick for Tollerene to keep his seat in this one and avoid being the first victim. Are they available? No. Rough way to go for Tollerene. Best hand pre and post, but the turn, the devastator. And with that, we've got our first victim here at this FT.
Yeah, rough one. Eventually, someone does have to go down. And it is Tollerene.
Really, I don't think anybody else in that seat would have met a different fate, Randy, just given the card distribution that he received.
I've ever played seven-handed in my life. No joke. Like for how sour we are?
Yeah.
Jesse taking note of the protracted nature of the seven-handed action there, as Tollerene will take 222,000 home for the seventh effort.
You can move that way too, you got all the room.
Hell of a player. Out of the way now. Path cleared for the remaining 6, Randy, in the chase for 1.25 mil.
That's right. Everyone got about a $70,000 pay jump. Tollerene cashing 222,000. 6 remaining now.
GG's. Ben 86.
B-Pizza's got the Neo glasses on, bro. Let's go.
He's in the zone. King 6 suited. We'll be raising.
This guy.
3,050,000.
Yeah.
Very specific number.
Or 50,000.
I think he said 60.
You know I got more than that, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
aces from
I'll
Mikolaitis.
give you a couple of blinds.
Oh, no, I don't. No, never mind.
Oh, he gets to click call.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
He's going to be doubling up and moving up to third in chips most of the time. B-Peats can convert with the diamonds or some funky 2-pair or straight.
2 aces? Fun.
That's fine. But not for us.
Yeah, for them. But no diamond. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Would be a dirty way to go. Aces to get cracked.
Yeah.
Will happen 83% of the time.
Dangerous.
Never is.
Peters has picked up 5% equity. Looking for a jack. 2 cards to come. Doesn't really change anything, Randy.
Could be worse.
One way.
Could be a worse turn, right?
to eliminate Mikolaitis, and that is with a jack on the river. Doesn't find it. Mikolaitis is going to get the double early on
American Airlines.
after coming back from break. Came back 6 of 6.
Well, Dominicus has left Poseidon, 𝐬𝐻, and Velasevic at the bottom of the leaderboard. Gotta be the easiest hand of poker he's played.
What, just clicking call with aces?
Exactly. No decision points. He was already put all in. Can't blame David Peter, though, for jamming King 6 suited. Would take a premium for those stacks to call off.
Am I this box?
Whichever thing.
Yeah, okay.
That changes things at the top of the chip counts as well. 𝐸𝐻 now trailing by just 5 big blinds. David Peters is still the chip leader though. Wow,
850.
another spot. One of the short stacks, and oh my word, Danilo with the ace queen and 1 seat over. Mikolaitis has got a couple of cowboys on the back end of doubling up with aces. What an incredible return to the main stage for him after that short break.
Oh, well.
I mean, if he wins this, Randy, is this the definition of a heater, or does he need to double up again?
It's a heater because he went from aces to kings, and he's getting full action on both hands.
It's allowed. It's allowed. I think it's allowed. We can call the floor though. This is to confirm.
I remember my seat roll was there.
Yeah. I mean, this is not allowed. I think this is some inside business stuff.
Confirmed it is allowed.
I'll
You
pay
are
for
allowed
that.
to get aces and then kings.
You're paying currently.
Danilo
I had a king as
looking
well. So
for an ace, but the king
well.
high board
never
leaves
easy.
him drawing to runner Broadway.
always a sweat.
It's gonna be a long road.
Needs a 10 or a jack to
So
turn a
tough.
sweat. Whereas we are going to be down to 5.
Good luck.
He is
GG,
dead
Good game.
on the turn.
Good game, bro.
Second final table of the series
Here.
for Danilo. Again in a 50k, came second in the 50k 8 max for 1.3 million just the other night. And here he is with a
How much
6th
did you
place
pay for that
finish
seat?
in the 7 max. He's going to collect
Okay. 53 to be precise.
$291,000
You get
for
ranked
this
time?
run here. Always tough, Randy. Make a final table, have dreams of redemption after coming second, of course, the other night. But has to be thrilled with this run here in Montenegro. Second FT, 4th cash. He's already collected over 1.7 million so far in Montenegro. And he has the main event to look forward to as well. GG's to that man.
Yeah, so when you look back on what he's done so far this series, it's been amazing. Of course, some disappointment here coming into the final table as a top 2 stack.
450.
On to the next hand, Lonis, ace-8 offsuit on the button.
We have a fold.
Chip it.
Let's get some energy going, Randy. Come on, let's go. Let's do some.
Well,
Let's get it going.
Poseidon when he needs.
There's more energy at the table. I knew it. We're coming back from break. We knew with the stack distributions that it was going to be fireworks. Could have back-to-back eliminations here if Jesse can convert this 23%. Poseidon 𝐻𝐻 just looking to hold, which he will nearly 70% of the time.
5.
Jesse's not greedy,
Jack.
That's it. That's it.
calling for a tie.
He said it so fast.
That was close. One more chance.
Wow. I don't know how I feel about calling for cards when you're ahead, Randy. Don't tempt the poker gods.
What is
Oh,
What
tempt
is
them?
I
this?
was gonna ask for the 8 of diamonds after you asked for the jack.
Punish.
I didn't say it, but
Don't
it came anyway.
tease the poker gods
minus an 8 of
when they're giving.
And
Once you didn't
the
want
dealer
shot.
delivers.
GG, bro.
GG.
Asking for a jack while ahead. The deck delivering just
Figured
the
it was gonna be quick
most
after we were
out of
Yes,
pocket,
Lonis.
ended for like 3 hours.
gut punching blow to Poseidon, who's one card away from doubling up. His second final table of the series. That one's gonna sting. That one's really gonna sting. He's out the door in fifth instead of having a very playable 3.4 million chip stack. He's heading to collect 368,000, and we're down to 4
I felt that river card through the screen.
with 922,000. Matthew Belcher's in second, Danny Tang's in third. So very early days there, of course. We have the 50K Turbo Bounty Quattro. That's tomorrow. And then we're finishing things off with the 150K on the 23rd of May. That's for the 2-card streets.
550.
Wow, Lonis with 9-3 offsuit. This is out of line.
That's what makes him so tough to play against, Randy.
That's not going to work against 𝐾𝐨𝐽𝐿𝐵's King 8 suited.
Ace, Jack, 6.
Lonis might be able to find a way to win this pot.
Tell me how, Randy.
Well, let's see if he starts with C-bet. He did raise off of a 13 big blind stack. Sometimes he jams some of his ace-X range pre-flop. Besides the strongest stuff like ace-king, ace-queens. So maybe this invites 𝐾𝐨𝐿𝐵 to float with king high, backdoor diamonds. Yes, it does.
𝐾𝐨𝐿𝐵's too good, man. This guy's just elite level. Fair play to Jesse as well for trying to navigate these
Well,
spots
that's just chips for a second.
to find a way to win this one. Going to be tough. SPR less than 1. 𝐾𝐨𝐿𝐵's called you down. 1 street already on an ace-high board.
This is sick.
Oh my word.
He's realized that 𝐾𝐨𝐿𝐵 is reshoving a lot of ace-X pre. So it's heavily weighted towards one pair that's not top pair at best. It seemed like it was going to go 𝐾𝐨𝐿𝐵's way. Given the board development for Lonis is poor. But I don't see how he can call again with just king high to gut shot.
525?
Is he calling? Man, 𝐾𝐨𝐵's sick.
Maybe just deems the price too good, and obviously there being a non-zero
No.
chance that he just has the best hand and now just has the 100% check mark next to his name. 2.9 in the middle. Does Jesse now try and get a stubborn jack to fold, Randy? That's what I want to know. Maybe a queen.
It's possible. I mean, he's telling the story that he's got a big hand for him to see bet flop, bet turn.
Like, how many king X does 𝐾𝐨𝐵 get here
1.1.
with? Yeah. I'm not surprised by this. This is pretty sick from Jesse and just really unfortunate. It feels like the hands that he's targeting, right, Randy? Yeah, Jack X,
Yeah,
maybe a queen.
like a queen 9
Yeah,
suited that hit a queen on the turn.
exactly. Jesse practically guaranteed 4th place money unless he can somehow spin up this 50K. That's 𝐾𝐨𝐽's going to ask for all of it. Lonis is going to fold. And 𝐾𝐨𝐽 scoops a massive pot. And with that, he is the chip leader. Lonis is going to be on the button with his 50K.
Bluff me?
Actually, to be honest with you, I was once bluffed that way.
You what?
I was bluffed that way. It was in a small tournament,
Oh, yeah.
but they bluffed me that way. It was a friend did it. It was like a daily main $200 early stages, but yeah.
A little easier to pull the trigger.
Yeah, a little bit easier.
That hand, though, obviously we could be results oriented, recognize the fact that, you know, it's cost Jesse perhaps the tournament, very unlikely to fight his way back into things from this position, but he still has a chip and a chair, the 50K. But that hand, to me, is just proof that Jesse belongs here at this level. Like, the fact that he's willing to run those bluffs and find those spots at this stack depth is reason to believe he's going to continue to show up and dominate at these stakes. 𝐾𝐨𝐽 raising up to 550. There is some dead money, of course, in the blinds. There's big blind 250K.
Call.
Got a side pot.
We do indeed. Jack, Jack, 10. 𝐾𝐨𝐽 has found the 3 outer. Jump into the lead. 58% of the equity with 2 to come.
There's something to play for now with the side being reasonable. Does he want to open the door to
325.
get potentially checked raise? He does bet 325. Gotta be uncomfortable for Lonis, given he's unpaired against a hand that's willing to bet into a side pot. King of spades. Gut shot from Mikolaitis. 1 over to the 10.
Jesse looking for an ace or a king. Now add a queen to the occasion. Ace no good. Mikolaitis has turned to king high straight.
Not much reason to bet now for 𝐾𝐨𝐽, especially with the queen overcarding his 10. So with the turn check through, Mikolaitis is unlikely to be up against Jack X. His main targets are queen or 10x. Bit unclear which one 𝐾𝐨𝐽 could potentially pay off with. He's got some busted spades that would probably attack with a 1.725 million side pot. So he should go for value. Especially because like a queen X without a kicker might get shy of value betting for him.
$1.5 million, the amount being requested. grim spot for Jesse. I mean,
He might be good.
he might be good, right? Like, he sat there thinking, you know, hey, boys, I got top. He's just praying that someone's, you know, running a massive bluff.
Good fold.
Good fold announced. Mikolaitis extends his lead up to 9.6 million, and with that, Queen of Hearts making an appearance on the turn. Jesse Lonis is out in fourth. But can we just once again reiterate what a breath of fresh air this young American is to the Triton Super High Roller Series. Another final table. His third of the series. Will head to collect $457,000 for his efforts. The man we dubbed Gorilla Styles. So tough to read. So aggressive, plays by his own rules. Is having the time of his life here in Montenegro. Second title of the series will have to come at a later date.
It was very fast.
$6.2 million.
It was one of the fastest final tables I've ever seen.
It was just incredible. We saw the local player 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵 He's got ace king on the button. David Peters has 12 big blinds out of the big.
Puts in another big blind. Rough shape against ace king suited. There's the 3. That's great news for Peters.
Little 3 dangler. 1.4 in the middle. I wonder if Mikolaitis is happy bet calling this off at this SPR, Randy.
He would have to if he does, just because he could be holding the best hand against like 6-5. He's got plenty of outs, high equity spot.
I also wonder if jamming on this board is just a thing.
I mean, I'm sure it's plus chip EV, just because of how often Mikolaitis is just raising buttons, bet folding, flop. Is there a better path is the main question. Like, obviously, the 3 is very vulnerable to any overcard.
Peters deep in the tank. A lot of things to consider here. The value in taking down the pot right here, right now. Some future game calculations being made as well.
Here we go.
There it is. The check raise, and now I guess we're going to find out, Randy, if he was betting to then call it off. So many gut shots out there, Randy. So many straight draws wrapped around that 4-3.
Yeah, and even if he's up against the 10x or 4x, he's not in terrible shape. Here he is because of the king that's shared. Looks like he's trying to count the combos that are check jamming that ace king is actually ahead of.
Yeah, some back of napkin math being done. Randy, are you buckled up?
If he calls here, it'll be a bumpy road. Kind of feel like he will call though.
2 overs, backdoor royal. have to agree with you on this one. I think the money is going in. He announces all in. Peters is going to call off his final 25K. You see the reaction there from Mikolaitis. This is not a good situation. David Peters, 4 out of 5 times, is going to fight his way back into this. Going to be back up to more than 20 big blinds. Oh,
Always a sweat.
That's so sweaty.
doesn't get much sweatier than that, does it? 7 of hearts on the turn. Mikolaitis picking up 8 outs. Heart or an ace needed to get us heads up here in this 50K. He's found it.
GG.
Wow.
Through the back door. Running hearts for the Lithuanian. David Peters is out in third.
That's brutal. He got in and his money so good with the bottom pair, and his opponent was so close to folding, made the call, found a nut flush.
Sorry? Okay. Sure.
GG, D Pete's. He's going to pick up $552,000 for his efforts here. Another final table in Montenegro for him, another third place finish. Of course, he came third in that 25K WPT Global Slam at the start of the series for 398K. One of those, Randy, you know, 2 third-place finishes. It's going to be Mikolaitis of Lithuania, or is it going to be 𝐼𝐸
Oh, ace-8 and ace-10.
Bulgaria? I mean, the Bulgarian in great shape here to get an early double in this heads-up match. Mikolaitis raising up to 550.
Now, 𝐾𝐿𝐲's going to 3-bet it. Is there more value in jamming or 3-bet to induce is the big question. 𝐾𝐿𝐲 start the hand of 25 bigs. Makes it 1.9. And I'm pretty sure he's got 3-bet folds off of this stack, so there's a good chance ace-8 of clubs just sends it in there, expecting fold equity.
Yeah, 𝐾𝐿𝐲 3-bet inducing with the ace-10. Mikolaitis with just too much of a hand, Randy, to do anything but jam, surely.
I'd be very surprised if he doesn't 4-bet rip. But he will be getting very poorly against 𝐾𝐿𝐲's ace-10.
All done.
There's the jam, just as we expected. 𝐾𝐿𝐲 snap calls with the ace-10. A little eyebrow raise there from the Bulgarian as he sees he's a 62% favorite to take the chip lead after just 2 hands of play. Get up to 12.4 million.
Oh my god, that flop.
Godlike. That's a strong beginning, my friend.
Wow. God-like indeed. Queen 8-5, middle pair nut flush draw for Mikolaitis. 𝐾𝐿𝐲 drawing to 2 outs twice.
More outs once.
Add 6 outs to the occasion. Non-club king 10-9 needed. Otherwise, Mikolaitis is going to become a first-time champion in this 50K. It's official.
Good game.
Holds on the river. Handshake between both. They have battled immensely online, and they have battled immensely on the live felt throughout their careers. They have both been on the receiving end of blows like that. Beautiful to see Dominicus Mikolaitis embrace his better half there. We've been on the rail in support from the start of this final table. How about it? Another first-time champion here in Montenegro. One of the guys, Randy, as well, that's just been knocking on the door, threatening to take one of these down. He's finally done it here in the 50K, 1.25 million, going back to Lithuania.